Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Kenn Bosak.
And we're live, bros.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How are you?
All y'all just missed some real shit, but we'll get back to that real quick. I'm here with my bro, Nathan, as always. You know, love is the answer. We got Paul here. He's with the Beanbirds NFT. So give him a follow on Twitter, Beanbirds NFT. How goes it, Paul? I wanted to say first and foremost, thanks for stopping by Shitcoin.
Oh, please, man. I'm stoked that I was even invited, that I got to come and hang out, that I got to meet all the people that I met, that I got to hang out with you and meet you, and that my dog made such an impression on everybody.
Oh, my girl loves your dog. Brooke loves your dog.
Yeah, Moose is the bomb. He's here. He's chilling.
I remember that dog.
Yeah. So not the dog. The dog. But that worked because I ended up meeting Sergey, right, of Doing Love, and we have had an absolute bromance since that day. We've hung out almost every single day. We're super jamming about Miami and about all the things that are going on, and I've been excited about. You know, I didn't know when this was going to happen, but you know, I knew that when I signed up for it, I didn't know that it was just going to. That you guys were just gonna accept it. So.
We get that a lot.
So I was like, oh wait, this is real. Oh, I have
real open source.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I was I've just been jamming out and just in love, and Shitcoin was, out of all the conferences, was really my jam. was the one that I felt like I met more people. I connected with more people. It was more my style, you know, my it wasn't as
You're allowed to be yourself, right?
Yeah, you could be you, and it wasn't about anything else. And anybody who came in looking like themselves wasn't kind of looked at. It was just, there's another one, you know. And it was just like perfect. Yeah, so for me, it was very rainbow in its feeling, right? Like everything was accepted, everybody was accepted, and whatever you did was great. So I totally want to be part of the next one in some way, shape, or form. In any way I can do, whether it's me performing magic or me coming through with beanbirds at one point or another.
Both of them. I need both.
Both, please.
The former as much as the latter.
Yeah, I love magic.
I'm a magic nerd. I still have a dollar bill. It's over there. I have a dollar bill from a performer I met like 5 years ago in Austin, Texas, who did a magic thing where he basically like set a dollar bill on fire and then put the ashes back together, and it was just amazing. So I still hold that dollar. It's like right on top of that book.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah,
I'm a nerd for card tricks too, man. I was in jail for like 3 months.
I had stuff on me. I was performing here and there, little bits around, you know, everywhere I was going. But if I would have known that, Ken, I would have totally sat down with you and just like, whatever. Anyways, I know you're here in the.
That's how you get me, though. Now you know this. Now you know the secret to get me one-on-one, no problem. Just start.
Yeah, we're like children. Like, you want to see a magic trick? Right, let's go.
Everybody, get away from me.
Comments right now.
Yeah. So true, dude. It really is.
Hold on. Here, I'm gonna let you watch this as I do this.
Oh yes.
All right. So as I was saying though, I was in jail for like 3 months, and all we really had were like playing cards and shit. And I knew like 1 or 2 card tricks, and the people in like my jail pod, there was like 100+ people, and me. I was just like, all right, you guys want to see a trick? And it was like a hit. Everyone loved me. They were like, whoa, like, you know, like people go crazy and like GIF memes and shit. We're like, oh, and everyone falls back. I was like, oh,
that's a free high, dude. That's like dopamine hit. And if you're in that environment, you're like,
right, exactly. That's why I think I like it as much as I like doing it, because you're right. I felt like I was a drug dealer in jail, just like, yo, want to get high real quick? Where's the card?
That's a free hit. What is happening?
Made it back though.
That was fast.
That's probably the fastest that I've ever like gotten ready to like do something or some kind of magic.
This is great
for some people or something. And let's get out.
I'm excited.
Get out of the way. Magic tricks.
Grind something up for this.
All right, here we go. So, dollar bill, fun stuff. Here we go. If you blow on it right, it almost looks like you can turn it into. See another.
I think we may have lost your signal, bro.
I was gonna say, are you concealing the trick somehow? Are you like, you pause it, you do something, and you
now this dollar's a Lamborghini.
Yeah, we just created a Lamborghini, and now it's a unicorn. And here's your dollar back. You'd be like, oh fuck, I want the unicorn or the Lambo.
I'm not sure how to get that video back.
Miami, like one of the most high tech and richest cities in the world, and they have the worst internet.
It really does. You ain't even lying.
Like, what the hell?
All right, he'll be back.
To take the team and just like give internet to people out there. Shit. I was gonna see a magic trick. I have to shut this door.
Technical difficulties.
It's okay. We have a lot to recap from Shitcoin too, if we want to just take a moment while we're waiting. Oh wait, he's back.
Am I back? I'm
back.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost your video. I finally did
something professional, and it's done.
I don't know what that was, gentlemen.
It's all good.
It's the Miami internet, man. That's all we can say. But I wanted to segue into the Beanbirds project you're doing, because I checked out the Twitter account. See, you're doing it on Wax. We talked a little bit, and I'm curious, what are Beanbirds? And I'm curious, like, sort of like what inspired the idea? Like, where did it start from?
Okay, so starts off with me seeing some tweets from Miggy.
That's a fucking inspirational bro. Good shit.
Right. And then Miggy introduces, I see Miggy's art, and then Miggy introduces me to his artist, and his name is Cyrus. And so I was doing a project on OpenSea, and it was called the Riot Bird. And it was just this bird I had drawn up. It's this little bean-looking bird. And he had a little picket sign and a little knife in the other hand. And the picket sign was blank, didn't say anything. So I showed it to him, and we were working on a different project for my dog. We were going to make a video game and a whole thing. And all of a sudden, he's like, yo, look at what I drew. And I was like, oh, these are really good. And I then threw back an idea to him, and I was like, why don't we do like famous characters? And he's like, yeah. And he starts throwing me some other jams, and it starts just becoming this thing. And then from there, I was like, we need a folklore. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so here's what I came up with. He's like, what's that? And I got stoned as all could be. This was the story I came up with. So Beanbirds come from this magical island that nobody knows about because it's really, really small. And it's so small that a pebble from a meteor 3 million years ago came and hit the island. And now there's a small part of the island that's off to the side of it. More so, there's been these little bean-style birds that live all over the island. And a magical television that was discarded gets hit by a rainbow lightning bolt, and it lands on Beanbird Island. At which point it turns on and it starts telling all different types of stories and movies from all time and place. The Beanbird. Right. So then the Beanbird, they start walking up one by one, and then like turn into a crowd, almost like as if they're like a mob watching a show or like watching a stage. And then when they get really excited about the people they're watching, they pop like kernels and turn into the famous character as a bird.
Oh, that's dope. Popcorn.
And so that's how Beanbirds was created, and that's how the top 100 birds were going to be. So that you could never buy those birds, but they would be the influential figures that would later on be part of the animation series and then part of the Metaverse.
Oh, like the founding feathers.
Right, you get it. You're getting it. And so then I started writing episodes for the whole thing, and they're based on like famous books. Like, so one's Plato's allegory of the cave, where instead of a cave, it's the TV, and everybody goes to the TV, and then he wants to go back to his traditional roots.
I fucking love that story. So if people aren't familiar with Plato's cave, essentially imagine yourself in a cave and you never left that cave, that environment, but there was a hole in the cave where like shadows and lights could kind of fall into it, and your vision of what's outside is based on just those shadows, and like the moving of the light in the world are coming in through that hole in the wall. You would be terrified of what is out there because you're safe inside this cave. And that essentially is like the idea of you keeping yourself in a prison from things unknown outside of it. It's
watching the news all day.
It's a great allegory for right now what we're doing, kind of to you. This is a shadow puppet wall theater in your cave of your house or your cubicle, wherever you're watching this video right now. So that's a deep one, bro.
There you go. So then that was that one episode. And so the next episode out of that is, so he goes obviously and tells everybody, stop using the TV, blah, blah, blah. And they all chase him and he runs to a cave, which leads to the next episode. And now he's old and raggedy. And he starts telling the story of Siddhartha, but from the end point where he realizes, you're not supposed to go without food and without anything. And he only eats one bird seed and one droplet of water. The Siddhartha story, but all in bird, right? And he used to be a prince that lived in a magical, castle that had, all these things.
This has like Rugrats vibes. You know how like the Rugrats did like a lot of like mythological and religious, biblical like story, but like kind of made it their own. And I love that because the religious meanings, the inspiration behind those stories are the stories themselves. You can replace a lot of the main characters, but the foundation and the underlying message is always there, and I love that. That's fucking beautiful, bro.
Yeah, so then that leads to obviously Siddhartha. One of the first episodes was just how do the Beanbirds, like how does this character, like who is he? And he falls in love with the girl who's a bean bird. Like there's some birds that can multiply, like they can become many different characters. And there's other birds that can only be like one character. And there's some birds that just don't know how to change.
Like shapeshifters.
So it's like as if you would be like an actor. And so like when she is doing her scene, she's doing all the different characters and she gets kind of high, if you will, off of it, and then she gets drunk and he has to take her home. So that's the first episode, and then his mom is chasing him around the house with the sandal, and she thinks he's naked, or that the mom thinks that the girl's naked in bed, and when she takes off the cover she's fully dressed and she's like, what's going on here, and
I'm
then we
fully
find out
naked right now. I'm only wearing this t-shirt. I have nothing else on.
I was with this too. It's funny.
Just saying, full disclosure, I'm not wearing anything but a t-shirt right now.
I'm short shorts, but it's only because I thought I might stand up on accident.
You would.
I would. Oh my God. Sorry.
I'm going to take my pants off now.
Yes!
Just to fit in.
We're changing the name of the podcast. Pants Off Podcast.
That's not a bad idea.
So anyways, man, the idea is that, I have a ton of things that I want to build and put out, and we're making even mini commercials to kind of keep up with.
Well, I know you were considering Wax. Are there other blockchains that you considered, or other NFT marketplaces were you considering? Or I'm just curious why, like Wax. I know we were talking a little bit earlier, and I kind of want to segue back to that.
Yeah, I want to get
you were having some issues with Wax. So I'm curious, why Wax? Are you considering other blockchains, and what some of the issues are you having?
Okay, no problem. Here we go. This is going to be heavy, Ken. I'm on Wax only because of you. Yeah, 100% absolutely because of you. 100 absolutely because we have a vested interest in wanting to work with you and wanting to work with Wax. So I didn't mention this, but every single one of the birds, we're doing a 60-40 split with the artist, even if they're not involved. And so when they're not involved, we're taking 30% of whatever each one of those rooms makes, like each one of those birds make, and we're staking it back to the chain and leaving it there until the artist comes back to us and goes, hey, that's like my, and we go, oh, chill. We take that money, pull it out, cut it in half, give them half of it immediately, keep our half that we worked diligently for over the last whatever amount of time till they show up. And then from that point on, we still do a 60-40 split.
That's really fucking smart. Like that's forward thinking as fuck, actually.
And then we're always going to be ahead of that.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission, and then have a solution to pay for your.
Yeah, that's really clever, dude. Yeah. Like really clever.
But then the other thing that I did was we birdify and we beanify everybody. So we took you, for instance, and we called you Kenn Birdzak.
Kenn Birdzak.
Yeah, I know. My girl was dying over that, bro. She was like Birdzak, like bro, she was calling it me like all day. I'm being for real. On top of
that, we even grabbed your tattoos and put your tattoos. So we use those as different layers, right? So now when we're making our mix of the first 10 of the drop, you're getting William Shakespeare and a Kenn Birdzak mixed together, and maybe something else, like all these different characters, and then that's that first drop. And
you should make a William Shatbird.
William Shatbird.
Bro, you have no idea where this can go.
He'll come hang. He'll be, hey, I have a problem with that.
You know what's funny? You mentioned William Shakespeare and my name in the same sentence, and my great grandmom, rest in peace, she was in her 90s when she passed, but she did an ancestry, and this was like 20 years ago. She did an ancestry type thing, and they told my 90-year-old great-grandmom that she was a descendant and related to William Shakespeare. I don't know if I believe it because it was like ancestry and it was 20 years ago, and those websites and shit were known to be shady as fuck, and they were telling people they were related to Cleopatra and Genghis Khan and all kinds of shit. So I don't know. But that is something I have in the back of my head that my great-grandmom told me and had paper and everything. She's like, hey, look, we're related to William Shakespeare. I'm like, Grandma, you got scammed.
Oh, Grandma. Well, look, man. So my issues, unfortunately, on the next part of this are this. When we first looked at the wax, the actual chain itself, I was absolutely impressed. From the bottom of my heart, I was like, holy crap, look at what they've done with the carbon credits. Look at what they're doing with the way that you can join in. You can just click a button and then click another button and bam, you've got a wallet. It's super easy. And then over a 4-month period of us creating our packs and wanting to make literal, like we wanted to have packs and you would open it up and it would only have one bird in there, but damn, you got some cool packs going. You know, like we really wanted to go all the way. So we got verified with Nefty, but we still haven't gotten verified over here at Atomic. But we're, like Nefty took 2 seconds, literally 3 days.
And you got to meet Juan at Shitcoin. That was fucking awesome.
And that's a big difference. Like Juan is actually out there with the people. They're doing things for the people. When the people ask and come with problems, they answer and come with solutions. It's like,
look, I didn't get to.
You don't see at the other.
You were standing right next to him.
Yeah.
Are you serious,
bro? When you were talking to my girl with your puppy and shit, Juan was right next to you for like fucking 20 minutes while Nathan and I were on stage and everything. He was talking
but I'm not
to Wise Intelligent from Rap Snacks and shit for like maybe a half hour.
Exactly. And I wasn't gonna just like walk up into the conversation. Hey man, listen, your chain's really hard to get off.
That's what Shitcoin's all about, though, man. That's what it was for, bro. You think Wise was saying the same shit to him? I'm sure.
Hey, something's going down in that world is all I can say.
Yeah, I wish I was more involved, but I know that enterprise shit's gonna enterprise shit, and that means leapfrogging people like me. But
Yep.
Well, it means that our whole ecosystem is going to rise up, and the people that were here at the start will be seen as our Mount Rushmore figures, or our founding feathers, so to speak.
Hey, Bro-Bro's in the chat. I see we got Bro-Bro here from Broken Dolls. That's another collection. Oh, Soul and Smart Digital Payments is here as well. All of you have collections on wax that are verified on Atomic Hub. If you have any advice for anybody, please just fill up the comment section. Just go ahead and reply to the live right now with some advice for people to kind of get that next level of whitelisting, like level 1 whitelisted on Atomic Hub.
Payments, right?
Well, no,
like
I mean, I'll give you my advice,
I don't like
Paul. Here's my advice, and I think that this is honestly the quickest route to get whitelisted, verified on Atomic Hub. They need you to have a website that requires KYC. So I would use something like GoDaddy instead of like WordPress. That way they know.
Dude, I'm on it. I've done everything they've asked. This is the thing that really upsets me here. Okay. They asked for our address. They asked for our white paper. They asked for all of us to be doxxed. They asked us to be. We are on GoDaddy. I mean, we have done every single thing and given it to them. And then after we do so, the person involved, and I don't want to name names. I'll tell you after the.
There's only like 3 people that work there, so.
All right. Well, that one guy in particular that starts with an S and finishes with a Ven.
I like it. Yes.
He's really hard to deal with. And so he's like, and I'm like, he's like, hey, I need you to send the address. Where's the address? And I'm like, it's on the website, man. We did this like here, and I sent him the email from like 3 weeks ago when we had done this, and then no response from him.
Huh.
And I'm like, so then now it's my turn to go back to him again and be like, okay, what's going on?
Take it with a grain of sugar, right? Because they are overwhelmed right now with a lot of mainstream adoption. So they have like companies, you know, and corporations with like physical viable products already on shelves, kind of flooding the opportunities for the little guys, which is unfortunate. Second, is there again, there's only like 3 people that work at Atomic Hub. You know, they are hiring. I do expect this year to go well for Atomic Hub as soon as they start to actually employ more people. I personally think they need at least, I would say, 100 employees right now,
Yeah,
minimum.
I think it's the real issue.
And
otherwise,
then, yeah, no, for real. But finally, there is the issue of people that have gone through all these steps have still fell through the cracks and have still scammed people and disappeared overnight. And it is an unfortunate burden that we all must bear with caution. You know, you did dox yourself. You did give out your address. But some people have done all this as well and have still just disappeared within 72 hours of making like $100,000 after dropping.
Right.
So it's just like those few things we have to know, but like it does fucking suck that you're going through that. Like the fact that you did make it through all the hoops, and that's where I was saying, starting with the website and all that stuff, putting the address on there, and damn, dude, I wonder if anybody in the chat has, you know, any other, you know, Easter egg advice since Easter
but I don't like that you either have to, this is supposed to be decentralized and open source environment, and we're in a situation once again like anywhere else in the world all of a sudden where you either have to know somebody, buy your way in, or I guess just get lucky. I don't know. I mean, it shows how centralized this is.
It is decentralized.
Let me if you don't mind, let me bitch a little bit more. Now I have to pay Wax to change my name on my profile or to add my a photo, and then this is a totally different platform, but Nifty Blocks wants 5% of my project plus $7,500 to use their packs and whatever else.
Yeah.
If I get them, does that make any sense to you that I'm going to give somebody 5% of my IP?
It depends because in that situation you'd technically be a partner, or they would be a partner.
Yes,
their tech is enabling your entire operation. So that's like a little different.
Imagine walking out of Shark Tank without giving Mark Cuban equity. Really?
Yeah, you're not going to do it.
Wait,
you can't get his marketing and his services without giving.
Well, not even that.
I'm just buying a product.
Right.
Now you're selling a product too, and you're using their service to do it.
Yeah, you're buying a product to sell a product.
And then you're using them to push the product in return because their technology is the delivery mechanism for your offer.
What do you mean?
I was never using them at all. Well, all we were doing was we had to go to Nefty to make the packs. It was the only way.
That's Nefty though. Yeah, they made that. Without Nefty, we can't do packs at all. Nobody in the world can do packs but Nefty. They made that.
But buying that product does not, in my opinion, give Nefty the ability to go, okay, well, now that you've bought my product, I want 5% of your IP because you're using that just to sell it with a pack.
Well, Atomic Hub takes 4% from every sale. They get the market and the network fees. So you lose 4% every time you use Atomic Hub to buy and sell because there is a network and a market fee. They have the product fee. So like it's something super common in this space.
That's the same as like if you're going to OpenSea or if you're even selling on eBay. They're all going to have some kind of fee.
Exactly.
If they were going to package and market things for you,
I want 5% of all the sale. What's that? Go ahead. Sorry.
I said if they were going to package and market your product for you and allow you to fulfill your promise to the masses, that's a much different thing. That's essentially the role of a partner and not a service. So like they're saying, hey, we offer this service, but it comes with a price. And without them, there's like honestly no other way to do it. But they've also given so many perks to the community for free that I feel like it's sort of fair in a way.
No, yeah, I definitely see your argument, Paul, but
I see where you're frustrated for sure.
Look, at this point, listen, I even said, look, you want $7,500, we're down to give it to you. Just let's get it up. Let's get this thing going.
Well, you don't really technically have to pay. You're staking that amount of Nefty tokens. So you could always
You have to pay them to upload the information for you in the way that you're looking to help you build the way that you want it to look.
Oh, you're talking, they're managing your collection for you. They're going to help you set it up and do the drops.
Yeah, that's more like a concierge.
Wow, yeah, that's an official partnership, bro. I mean, honestly, if Juan offered me the same deal, I wouldn't even be surprised. I'd be honored, and I'd snatch that.
They get a piece because.
Well, here's the thing: there's no marketing of it on their end, right? They're not marketing anything on their end in any way, shape, or form. They're just doing the work and uploading it and saying, "Yep, there it is. It's verified. We did that. Great." But they're not going out of their way to promote it or
push it. That yourself too.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say you don't have to do the legwork yourself. I definitely see where you're coming from. I didn't understand. I thought you were just talking about staking the levels. Now it makes more sense that they would want the equity because of that legwork they'd be putting in, because they're initially setting up the business to start. Like they're doing the day one, they're setting up, the shelves, they're putting the product on the shelves, they're going to set the store up so then they can leave, you walk in and manage it. So it's sort of like a franchise. I would see it like a franchise.
Cell phone provider is your equity right now, your personal equity in the form of your
information. If this is what Juan's doing for projects, that's fucking awesome. I see it's expensive. Like that's not cheap. Holy shit, bro.
I mean, they have different levels. And so they have a lower level, I think at like 15 or 3,500 bucks. It's all on their site. And it's there. And listen, if that's the game, I'm not going to say no, I'm not going to do it, because we were more than happy to throw the money down. We said it, if that's what it takes to get onto to the atomic wax and look better than everybody else that's spending millions of dollars, because we busted our ass and we did it the in the garage way, then,
right,
dude, let's do it. I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah, it sounds like the right way. I mean, if you were a client and I was advising the project, I would just say this is a good opportunity. Let's go for this, because it could fast track the second layer verification on Atomic Hub. First, whitelist, that's probably almost a guarantee after working with Nefty in this way. But I would say fast tracking to that level 2, like it's definitely not a guarantee. Can't count on it, but it's a conversation now. Yeah, definitely gonna help. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And we didn't have any say in knowing that. I think that one of the major issues was, how much are really, and this is honest truth, how much is Kenn Bosak willing to be even involved in a conversation about it? Does he even know what bean birds are yet? We don't want to really jump into all these other things unless, man, maybe he does like this idea.
I'll tell you what I tell everybody else. You want to hear it? Yeah. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same pitch. Because I get stuck in elevators a lot, and people want me to work with them a lot.
Hey, you're Kenn Bosak.
What can you do? What can you do for my members? I have about 90, maybe 95 memberships that I have sold. There's almost 100 bros in my membership community. And those are the people I want projects that need something from me to give something to. You don't need to really pay me or do whatever. I'm more than happy to help support, if you can help support the people who supported me to get to a position that I'm even worth working with. So those members, if you can figure out, like, even if you want to airdrop them some packs or airdrop them a few of the Kenn Birdsack NFTs, if you can reward those members and think of a way to hook them up with what you're doing, I'm more than happy to work with you.
Right. So, the way that prior to having this conversation with you, there was this idea where, okay, look, we're going to just drop this whole 100-room thing with the staking and all that stuff that I'd come up with, that you were like, yo, these are all great ideas.
Yeah, we're kind of doing that with the memberships too, which is, like, again, a good idea.
It's hard to get the way that we're trying to make that happen. It's almost, it seems really hard on Wax to get, just to do what we want to do. Like, I want to put up 990 birds that are, one-offs, basically. Each one of them has to be, and that seems like it's a mission in itself. Like, just doing that seems like a problem. And especially, I don't want to do it if I'm not verified. And then I just spend a lot of money doing that, and then it's not verified, and then you're just sitting there, and then people are looking at it, and then we don't look professional.
Ugh. All right, so this is
I've changed, right?
Yeah, no, I've mentioned this to one or two people in the past, and Nathan's been there for a conversation that didn't go much farther than the conversation. And maybe this won't either, but, an idea is, and you don't even have to use me exactly, just as an example, I'm going to use myself. Oh, wait, did I lose you?
Oh, did you? No, I don't know. Did you?
Oh, no, your video just died off.
Yeah, no, I'm here, man. I'm here. Yeah, sorry.
So I'm already, I have all the Nifty tools. I'm already verified and everything. I have all the tools on Nifty, level 3 or whatever, probably a secret level 4 that I got for getting this fucking tattoo here. I'm double second level verified on Atomic Hub. I have that second layer of verification on there as well. So what you could do is work with me. You could drop this under my collection and cut my team a percentage of the sales and already have all the tools from Nifty, all the verification, and look at it as opening up a store within my shopping mall. I already have the Kenny doll, which is not managed by me. That project is a store within my store managed by a whole nother team that gets all the funds. They get everything from the drops. They get everything from their sales. I get the secondary market. So that could be a way to kind of get the project going. And you wouldn't have to use me exactly. You could go out to another project.
Well, I mean,
running.
we already made a bird for you. So we have 99 birds to give you do whatever you want with those birds. And then you can sell them, buy them, throw them, whatever you want with them.
No, but what I'm saying is you could do your whole thing through my collection as a collection within a collection. So it would when you go to Atomic Hub, you'll see Ken Bosak GIF, and then you'll see like the Kenny doll, you'll see the Bros, and then you'll see the Bean Birds NFT within my collection. So it would
it's like a shelf.
Exactly, it would be a shelf on it. Like I'm Walmart, and you're in aisle 3. But I'm just saying that's like an idea that I put out there to people that are starting projects up, because then at that point, the other thing that you're doing on the side in the metadata of all the NFTs that you're doing within the store, you could be promoting your store outside the store. So these are promotional marketing material that are actually viable, that promote what you're doing on your own, that has nothing to do with what you're doing with me. So it's like a good way for like a mom and pop shop to promote their knick-knack store by having a few snow globes, in the checkout aisle of a Walmart. That's
better than having,
just an idea I've been putting out there to a few people as like a way to kind of approach this space now that things have kind of pivoted and changed. But again, that would relinquish your secondary market sales. You would only be getting a percentage of everything coming from the original drop. And you could always drop more and keep that thing going. But the secondary market, that's all I eat. That's all I take from my collection.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, like we could always like sit back down and look at what we're doing and how we're doing that 60-40 split, and how you just keep that 60-40 split, forever with that one bird and those 99 birds underneath. That way it's much better for you as you're getting all of the secondary on that. You're getting 60-40 no matter what from the first sale of everything, and then from the.
You could also do each person or collection. You could reach out to Crypto Stash and Miss Teen Crypto, and I know Anders has it. Senor Lupe has it. A lot of people, and you could just say, "Hey, do you want to drop your Bean Bird from your collection?" You can split the sales with me, but you could actually decentralize your collection through other collections, and it can still all link to like a Discord channel or the Telegram channel that you have to like log in with your Wax wallet. You have to have that one of one NFT to get in the room.
We have that already on the Discord. Yep. We already have that. You have to, if you have your wallet, you can jump in, and then we have our layers: bronze, silver, gold, diamond, obsidian. We were going to separate it all the way down to each bird, so you know what room you'd be in, so you get to hang out with only those people. And then you could do the thing where let's say you hung out in that room for 2 or 3 months, and you got to go to some VIP meet and greet and meet you, let's say, and then you want to meet somebody else, then you could go like trade your bird with somebody else that's an Obsidian member that gets the VIP stuff, and then trade that with them, and then boom, now you're in that room and you're hanging out in that room, and the other person's getting to hang out with you now.
I kind of want to experiment with this at Shitcoin 23, like a influencer kissing booth kind of thing.
Yep, you get the idea now.
Fuck yeah! No, that's awesome.
What it does.
Kissing booth in these times, that's edgy, dude.
Well, the idea here, the whole concept here really was the idea of opening up the door to the realness of what we're trying to do, which is open source, right? And it's supposed to be like open source to you, like Kenn Bosak, this guy that everybody knows. Oh my God, he made so much money, and blah, 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 and he's doing so much, and it's great, and shitcoin and all this stuff. And yet I was able to have a link and just click, and then now I have an hour of time with you. Like, that's super, in my book, that's kind of priceless.
You got to be careful. Gary V's going to steal your fucking idea.
It just got stolen, man, by like 4 or 5 people that all thought that by you saying that it was good.
No, I mean, it really is, though. I mean, it doesn't need me to say it. It is a good idea in that sense of sort of, time is valuable, and to be able to tokenize time with somebody, you know what I mean? I think that's sort of like the whole point. The ethos of crypto is like tokenize it, you know, like tokenize everything, tokenize the world, and we can NFT our time, and the quality of that time can be seriesed in different batches of mints. You could have, you know, your life's time tokenized and then broken down into slots like that. If this isn't like monetizing make believe, I don't know what is. Like, I love that we can monetize our imaginations here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go with. You can actually go as far as like monetizing thoughts. So go with it like this. Let's pretend that we have the ability to know what I know and what I don't know, and you do too. We have some kind of machine that can tell whether I'm lying about whether I know or don't know something.
Okay.
And if I came to you and I shared with you an informational piece that you never knew about, I can either charge you for that or give it to you for free. It's my choice, because it's thought that I know I'm giving to you that you've never had before. Now that's super trippy, because now we're tokenizing thoughts.
Yeah.
Literal, like, wait, you just taught me something. Oh, well, then I owe you 3 tokens for that, or I owe you whatever the value you think that thought is worth.
I like that. Steam, it sort of, or Hive now, I'd say, right? Hive, yeah, it has like those social like upvoting kind of. It's sort of starting with that, right? Like monetized upvote, where your vote power, you can weigh in on, like, I'm gonna be a whale, and 100% of my vote power is gonna like this post on Hive, or you can say this post was good information but not super impactful. 10% of my voting power upvote on Hive. Sort of like what you're talking about.
Sort of kind of like that, yeah. But more, the whole idea came to me when the whole NFC chip thing started happening. It's like 6, 7, 8 years ago. I decided, like, man, what if I had like almost like a walking booth and it was a laser on the ground that said walk within this space and you get charged $5, and it had to be like a legal, what is considered space between humans, right? So that if you walked in my space, you owe me for being in my space, period. No say no more. And so I would have this NFC chip reader that would read through your clothes, read through your wallet, read through whatever, as long as you were in that space. It would be that powerful, right? And then that's when the thought went from that to, well, what happens if I have a conversation with somebody and they learn something that they didn't know? How do I get money out of that?
Dude, I think that idea is huge for camping. That idea could be huge.
That's like charging for DMT.
I'm just saying, that first thought that came to mind was like, holy shit, dude. Could you imagine a campsite that just like has the plots lined out? You just set up your campsite there and it start charging your PayPal account, or your MetaMask gets a request for payment or whatever.
I mean, you could do that for almost anything, right? And you could just like a motion sensor.
Yeah, exactly.
And like it comes up, right? So this is the idea really came really from that, which is like, so if I share information, because I know that I've shared tons of ideas with people, and then people have gone off and made money from it. And then I've gone back to them and I've been like, I'm not going to be a dick here, but I'm pretty sure what you just accomplished was exactly what we talked about, note for note, on the way there. And you even came back to me 2 or 3 times to ask me information. And I was pretty sure you were going to give me some money, because we said something about money at the beginning.
An NDA and a consultant agreement.
I get it.
Straight up.
I'm with you.
If you're throwing gems and you see people like doing stuff with that, Or you'd be like Kenn, and you'd be like, use this shit. And then you see like 1,000 people with successful businesses.
Well,
saying,
with NFTs, sending a legal document like an NFT will be as easy as sending an emoji. Not too far from now, you'll be in a conversation with somebody. You'll open up your little emoji tab. You'll slide over to legal documents. You'll send an NFT of an NDA, and now it's in the chat log. You know, it's there. You've received it. You know, it's.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but look at when we can get past.
Go make $1 billion off of that idea. That's an idea.
Yeah. I mean, look at what. But when we
Kenn's
can get
not
past
gonna ask you for
I
shit.
can just charge you for the thought. When I can charge you for the thought, Kenn, because you used it 5 years from now.
Yes.
And in the blockchain, it showed that I gave you that idea, and then all of a sudden, you get all this money in your account.
You have no idea how on board I am. You know how many conferences I've been to, how many people I've spoken to, and how little they've given me after just doing what we talked about. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, at least give it to the bros or something.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm talking about. Look at how awesome it would be, and how you could actually like change the game for yourself and for anybody else who's ever. If this would have been invented back in the day, Tesla would have never gotten screwed by Edison.
Robert, I see you in the chat, Bonehead. He says knowledge should be free, and I will respond to this with art should be free.
Oh, yeah, don't start.
Coming from somebody who does thinking for a living to somebody who does art for a living.
You're taking a physical item and exchanging it. The other is like ethereal. It's like
an idea, but
emotion,
but
energy
but when an idea
versus physical property.
But an idea can be physically enlightening. It could,
I understand where he's coming from.
It could be manifest physically as a business or a product, a service. An idea manifests physically, not even in a way that we can touch and interact with. But like I say, like personally, going to a therapist is knowledge. Yep. You're basically getting self knowledge from somebody else. You know that should be free. I'm saying like you're right. Knowledge should. I think information. Information.
The world is beautiful.
I think once knowledge and energy enters a physical intermediary, then it can be exchanged for value. Otherwise, it's just knowledge and energy. And it shouldn't be monetized.
So the concept of money is eradicated.
What about like the concept of just numbers? Like if somebody's teaching you the concept.
You shouldn't own a number. Like you own number 2, now I have to pay you every time I use number 2. That sucks.
No. But what about like you didn't know what numbers were, and I taught you how to count?
Then you're helping me survive in this world, and I appreciate you.
So then
thank you. I love you for that.
But isn't that valuable?
Now I owe you the rest of my earnings because now I know numbers.
Well, you would say that you kind of owe your parents on some level for the rest of your life.
Yeah. But that's not, they're not asking for money. You just take care of them when they get old and you give them love. Love is a currency too.
When you say taking care of them, then that means you're providing for them in some way, shape, or form.
There's reciprocation, therefore it's not free. Right.
Right. Yeah, but it's not free, but it's a burden of love. It's not like here's some money for your service.
But what I'm trying to get at here is that in this
you're paying for more care.
Point, we're going to stop thinking about things as being valued or not valued on emotion. We're just going to do or not do.
Well, I see
crypto flash in the chat said information is free. Ideas are information that doesn't exist yet. And I will finish that with knowledge is information, right? From ideas that have been verified by people spending time, energy, life resource into that. So information, ideas, knowledge. Knowledge takes proof of work. That is why it has value. That is why it can't be free.
But it also takes proof of stake. Because it requires experiences.
Right.
Here's the difference, right?
Here's the difference. Yeah, it's a hybrid.
That's my point. Like it's both, and we can go back and forth all day. But
I got you.
It's personal choice. If you want to make money off of things, that's fine. Just say I want to make money off of things. Don't act like you're a servant. Just say I want to make money.
No, it's different. Let me explain. It's like somebody who walks up and says, like, I do a magic trick for a bunch of kids. And then one of the kids who's watched a ton of YouTube videos and knows the trick I did says, I know how you did it. And then I give him the deck of cards and then I go, okay, then do it. And he goes, oh no, I can't do it. I know how you did it. So I'm like, what do you mean you know how I did it? And then I pull him off to the side and he goes, okay, here you did this, here you did this, here you did this, and here you did this. That's how you accomplish the effect. Then I go, oh, okay, you do know how I did it, but you don't know how to do it. And he's like, yeah, I don't know how. I'm still learning how to do magic.
Yep.
And that's when I'll sit with the kid and maybe even show him the thing that he's not knowing how to do. Because I know that he's interested. I know that he's a heckler only because of that reason, 20, 25 years of being in, in those situations. Then there's the other kid who just is a smart ass, who just wants to know something, but not truly know it. And that's the kid who's like, I know how you did it, screw you. Ah, he's dick the whole time. Does that make sense? Well, there's one.
Yeah, but
I've been that kid when it comes to driving a stick.
Yeah, I've been both.
I know how to drive a stick, but I don't know how to drive a stick. I know how it's done.
It's just like how some of us know how to get our project going, but we also know how to get our project going. And we ask, and the people that help us don't just expect anything back, because we're trying, like we care about each other.
Would you charge that kid? Would you be charging that kid? And I guess that's what magic school is.
That's just up to each individual.
I mean, yeah. I mean, aren't you charging me to be on your platform, to be in one of your shelves?
You book yourself,
right? It's the knowledge that I don't have, or the entrance to initiation that I don't have that you do. And so on some level, for that knowledge base, I'm paying for it by not having the ability, or not having my company being big and whatever else, and being able to, whatever situation is, there's some form of, and that goes across the board. If I want to go
back to paying NFT for their service and their knowledge.
I either apprentice with somebody,
so we come full circle again.
Cool, but I pay for that knowledge.
Right.
I don't go around and get knowledge of cutting hair for free. I'm going to hang out with somebody who does it.
But this is like what Nathan's saying. We have come full circle, and I feel as if
this is what I wanted us to do. Is
this
kind of
is
come back
where like now you might understand where Nefty's coming from with that 5% and the 7,500. Like,
sure, yeah. I'm not. I never said no to them. Remember that. I never said no. I just said it's just hard to say that you're going to take 5% of the IP, like of all of the funds that are coming in. What if this thing blows up and becomes
just like you get to decide your price? They've given you theirs, and now it's like, hey, we got what you want.
Yeah, but that what I want is not worth a 5% of the overall budget of the entire content.
To them it is, to you it's not. Now we're back to like, should we pay for knowledge or is it free? We're back there again. That's my point. Like,
100%. 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you guys, man. I'm with you here.
Oh no, it's disagreeing at all. Yeah, no, I love these philosophical. Like I call them unemotional arguments. Like for the sake of the conversation, we entertain the ideas. Exactly, we entertain the notions for the sake of entertainment for the audience watching and for the progression of the conversation. Dude, Robert, you have to come on this podcast, bro. Please, I fucking love you, dude.
Like
you can yell at me, scold me, and belittle me for everything. I should have been like the first person to make NFTs with him, and I totally dropped the ball, like real life shit. And I fucking love this dude, man. So yeah, Rob, I see where you're coming from.
He's not to be fucked with. He's a legitimate threat, and he might be the one.
So I guess we can kind of wrap things up. I wanted to go check out the collection or the site real quick. Where's my messages? There it is.
And sorry, Paul, if that seemed like aggressive. I'm just trying to get people to realize that like we do need to go full circle with our thinking and like really be fully open source with our own thoughts to ourselves, honest with ourselves, express ourselves in a way where we're really, I guess, understanding that when I say this one thing, it's not a congruent statement to my situation, how I truly believe. These things are so variable. Like we're constantly moving. We just have to have gratitude and appreciation for knowledge, like you've stated.
100, Bird. 100.
I love the hair. What is that?
Yeah, these are dope, by the way. I love this.
Are those roses on the top?
Yeah, no. So that's Perry Farrell, right, from James.
Oh, I see.
And I think if you do load more, I think yours is in here too.
Is it Jane's Addiction, Perry Farrell?
Yeah, that's late.
Okay.
And then And then is yours not in there?
I this is as far as it seems to scroll. I could go take a peek at your Twitter account. Let me see. Let me post the link. It's beanbirds.com for everybody watching. Definitely go check out these. Check out my birds. Just go check out my birds.
What's the Bean? If you click on What's the Bean, there's like a little commercial.
What's the bean?
Oh, all right. Hold on. I gotta stop sharing and restart with share sound so everybody can hear this.
Ugh. Zoom.
I love the music. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like how video games for like N64 would have their commercials like Crash Bandicoot or Spyro. That felt like a Crash Bandicoot-esque like Nintendo 64 90s like retro.
Yeah, like Cartoon America.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the animation style that we're going for.
Dude, that's so awesome. I my dream would be to have a podcast that is literally copy paste of a Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Dude, 100.
Yeah,
you can be my Borak.
Have you seen?
I'm the guy in the basement with the knobs. He's next to the lava, and the lava's here. Who cares? You get it.
I know who I forget his name now, but yeah,
Moltar.
Yeah.
Just saying. Sorry, I got excited.
All right, so
no, it's all good. Yeah, go ahead.
I do that in real life.
I see your bird map.
Yeah, so that was for every drop. That's what it's going to look like. Each drop has 10 birds. Each bird has 99 birds underneath them. And so only 99 people can be part of each one of those celebrities. And then what we're going to do is go out of our way to get anything that has anything to do with that celebrity and bring it to that group with the ability to give them away and then also sell at a very reduced level of the price of admission or price of autograph or price of cameo or whatever it be that would be delivered straight to the person. So instead of paying a normal price of, let's say, $250 for a cameo, you pay $25 and you get it. If you're an Obsidian member, if you're a Diamond member, you pay $75, so on and so forth, all the way down. Right? And
got ladybirds.
Ladybirds, yeah, we have one of the birds is named Birdie, which is the main character's girlfriend, and she's the one that can change into any bird that she wants.
That's what's up.
That is pretty.
And also,
pretty deep, actually.
I didn't mention this, but the each time that the episodes are happening, for instance, like in the Romeo and Juliet episode, is right after the first episode. It's the second episode where he's running away with her at night to go watch the TV. And when they do that, she's like changing into these characters repeatedly and she's getting quote unquote drunk, right? So when he goes to the TV by himself, he watches Romeo and Juliet and falls into that world and time. So now he's in a Renaissance character and he's now Romeo and she's now Juliet, his mother, and so on and so forth, or the Montagues and so on and so forth. Everybody's there, but they're all playing the characters almost like the old 80s style thing where they would go into another time zone and all the characters from the show were all there, but they'd be playing all the characters from that time zone. And it's the same thing. So that's what we're doing for that. So the thing that opens up is that you can play Beanbirds anywhere. You can make them into any kind of, you can parody any situation in any character in any cartoon in any place.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like parody LARPing, right? Like in that universe, they're live action role playing another parody of
the parody,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Right.
LARPing, parody LARPing, plarping, is that a thing? Do people do that? I feel like that should be a thing. Like I would definitely do plarping, like a parody version of like like King Arthur's battle.
Right, in Beanbird suits. Why not? You know? Man, we went all the way with it, man. We thought about everything. We wanted to do like where you could buy a bean bird potato head kind of character, and then we'll sell you packs.
That sounds like
And
a
then you can
Rice
put-
TV thing. If you don't know who that is, Rice TVX, Crypto Rice, Rice.
How do
Yeah,
you do it? The X.
yeah. He has the rice potato. He just started doing a rice potato character
Why doesn't he do grains of rice? Like, what the fuck?
because it's funnier to be a potato.
So obvious.
All right, yeah, but then what? And you get like different eyes and different nose, and you can build your character.
No, he just has it like as a person. A persona on his YouTube channel is a potato with eyes and a mouth now.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's just funny that you said potato. I was like,
Funny
first person
thought.
I thought of is like, oh, right.
What is the ultimate utility?
I want you to check out Xanadu, and not the movie from the 70s.
I was gonna say, damn.
But it's a channel on YouTube, and it's a guy from somewhere in California, I think. The guy's a genius. He puts on a full-on suit, like a bodysuit. Then he has gloves, and then he has a helmet which has his phone, his iPhone, and he's able to get full expressions and full body and hand movement. He records his action and acting, and then takes all of that and puts it into Blender and throws it into each one of the characters, and then makes an episode on YouTube, one by one. It takes him almost a month to make each episode.
Can you message me that so I know how to spell it?
Yeah, XAN for everybody else. XANUDU. Xanadu. No, XANADU. Xanadu. Yeah, XANADU. And if you just look at it, yeah, if you look at it on YouTube and you scroll down about 3 or 4 things, you'll see a guy with a big blue mohawk and all blue face. Click and watch.
Will do.
Kid's incredible. Because of what you said, only because of what you said, that you were looking for like how to create like whatever stuff, and like just. And then the other one is because I just saw it today, was Corridor Crew. I don't know if you ever watched them. Corridor Crew on YouTube. They just did this awesome project where they created an artificial intelligent character using GPT-3, which is an AI. And so they're using the text, but they take a model and they take the voice from a generated AI, and then they take a model that's a generated AI, and they put it all together, and they're now creating a TikTok and Instagram that's live, and you can actually interact with it. So that's the last video on Corridor Crew on YouTube, with a link to that thing, and also a link to the actual AI program, which you can join and get on the list before anybody else. So those are my tidbits for you. AI Playground by NVIDIA.
I'm making sure I
Check
look
out
that up now.
AI Playground by NVIDIA, and you will get blown away by what is being created and what you can do.
All right, I'm gonna send you a message on something I like to share with people to watch on YouTube. And it's called The Spirit Science Hidden Human History Movie.
I've seen it.
Oh,
Get
you
out of here,
have
bro.
seen it.
Come on,
All
man.
right. Then, all right.
You're talking to crazy Paul Carpenter.
A lot of what you were talking about was like really vibing with that shit in me, and I was like, damn, I thought, I was like, I bet this dude has watched this shit, because I watched it probably 20 times, no lie. It's an hour long. I just got a shower and took mine off. I had them on all day.
I'm a big psychonaut, man. I've been a journeyman since I was about 14, and I did 3 months of ayahuasca training in Israel. So I was doing ayahuasca every weekend, and then I was smoking changa during the week.
I'm gonna
for 3
post
months
this link for everybody else in my Telegram. If you want to watch what we're talking about, I definitely recommend you open your mind's eye. If that takes meditating or elixirs or herbs, do what you do, but open that mind's eye up before you watch this. It's fucking epic, honestly.
It really is. It really is. Did you ever
do anything or from anything? Just watch.
Ken, did you see Zeitgeist?
Yes.
You ever watch
Yeah,
Zeitgeist?
I saw the first Zeitgeist. I think I heard there's a second one. I haven't really followed up, but the first one was amazing. That's kind of what really I'm happy I came into that like a year or two before I came into the word Bitcoin. Because like if it wasn't for Zeitgeist, like the way they explained religion, politics, money, those conversations that were spoken about, the way they talked about them, I was ready for that conversation about Bitcoin. And without Zeitgeist starting that like thought process, Bitcoin would have just been like like it would have just been like talking to me about black holes or whatever. Like it's not on my peripheral. I have no understanding of this conversation. And Zeitgeist is why I kind of understood the reason for not just Bitcoin, but like something like it. Like I was like, oh, I see why now. I already understood. I didn't have to be a banker to get it. Like Zeitgeist opened that thought process up to me, where it was, money isn't real. It's a manifestation of man. We manifested this fucking thing. It's weird. Money doesn't really exist.
Right.
And the concept of money is ruining life as we know it.
Yep.
And on the other hand, Zeitgeist is a must watch. You'll never regret watching that. Don't watch Faces of Death. We'll just say that.
Don't do that. But have you ever seen the video?
Somebody's going to go watch it now. I'm like, you.
All right. Have you ever seen the video, The Biggest Scam in Human History on YouTube?
I believe so.
Which one's that?
It's a video made by a guy who does gold and silver. He buys and sells gold and silver, and he has a video channel about it. But the video itself has a very, very, very well done animation style on what it was, on how money is created in the United States, what fractional reserve banking is, how bankers are the ones that are actually making all the money.
I feel like I have seen this. Yeah, it's like a full movie documentary.
Yeah, well, it's like 30 minutes long, but it breaks down money.
Yeah, I think I watched it when I was going down the rabbit hole of like, I think there's a few like What is Money or something like that was a good documentary or something. I think it was
right.
There was a few I've watched. Wow, they're like from like 2015 type shit.
Those are good though.
Yeah, there was a lot of waking up happening right after 9/11.
Yeah, and really, I mean Occupy Wall Street and everything right around then.
Yep, that did a number on the psyche of the human consciousness, man. It was
really a perfect storm that led to this environment taking off, the crypto stuff. Think about it, because it wasn't just that it happened. It's like when specifically it happened in history. It's so important. It's so unique. And then like if you look at like when all the halvings have even happened, or like in very unique points in history, it's like it just happened to hit this one spot to where now all these things are probably going to keep hitting like right near election cycles even, and right near like it's weird. But yeah, like that whole like 0809 like environment.
So interconnected, just like oil is interconnected with the weather. Like oil prices will skyrocket during the winter because they know that people are going to be using it for, it's the same thing. I think that it's money is the pulse of the earth on some level, right? So what we spend our money on is what we vote towards, what we want, how we want the earth to work. And if we are given the ability to have our own choices of where that money goes, instead of a company like Blackburn, for instance, or, any of those massive ones, then we have something where we can actually choose the community where our money goes and where it stays. Mm-hmm. Because it stays within that community, it doesn't jump out of that, and then we can build on that, and I think that's the idea.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the sort of that global consciousness for back in the day when there was that's a good thing to say when it comes to a hole in our ozone layer. The United Nations, I think it was like the G40 or whatever the fuck it's called. I forget, the G20, I don't know. Yeah. I'm high as shit. I just did that dab. But they came together and they were like, yeah, we have a hole in the ozone layer. It's kind of fucked. We should stop using these emissions. The whole world was like, yeah, we don't use those emissions anymore. And that hole is gone. Like it's like it never even happened. So we could definitely see that, how the that concept for currency, money, could happen. There could be that global shift worldwide where it's just like, that's not money anymore, you know, and this is, and whatever that next thing this is, you know, I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I don't think it's dystopian. I know a lot of people want it to be, you know, slavery with better tech, but I honestly think the tech is too good to tie us up with. You know, it's not,
Right.
They're not ball and chains. This technology isn't ball and chains. It's more like wings and jet fuel.
And there's a lot of us that actually know what we're doing when it comes to how long we've been in the game. Like I've been in the game since '96, you know? So, I mean, there's a lot of people who are connected who really know, and there's no way that those people would ever allow, you know, they're way too anarchist. They're way too subversive. They're way too against the system. You know what I mean? To really allow that to ever really occur. And it would take way too many people to take out for that to happen. That would be a whole other, you know, come on now. That's talking about like taking out like 3/4 of the planet. Like it's never gonna happen. You know what I mean?
We're gonna get to a point where we can just create planets that, you know, are set with the DAOs to how they want to operate, and you just teleport to the planet with the governance that you agree with the most at a certain age from like the original spawn point of life, which might be Earth. Earth could be like the spawn point. You have to play the game for 18 years, and then you portal to a planet with a governance, you know, that you agree with.
Bro, that's probably what we did to get here.
What was that?
I said that's probably what we did to get here.
Yeah, this is probably a DAO being a living, a breathing, dying DAO. You know, and other planets are watching us and trying to figure out how they're going to turn their civilization into a decentralized DAO. Like, you know, they gave us, you know, they say God gave free will. I think free will is an experiment, bro. And whoever created us with the intent of free will is trying to figure out how to use it, you know, because they're scared of it.
Yep.
Because we create nukes with this shit, you know?
What an amazing talk I've had with you today, Ken. Like, so thankful for having me on.
You're local, aren't you?
I just go to the calendar and set up.
Don't we live in the same like place?
Yeah, it looks like the same neighborhood.
I was just given this house, the house that I've been showing you for like the last hour. I was just given this house to live in for free for like the next like 20 days. So like
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. So it's here. I'll show you. It's not the greatest or anything, but it's a free house, bro. Fuck off. Air conditioning, basketball court.
Oh shit.
Dog comes with the house.
Comes with the house. Hopefully, it doesn't stay with the house.
I don't know if my internet's gonna do us well, but and then like bed. And,
wow, dude, that's spacious. That's nice, man.
And then there's I don't want to.
There goes the internet.
And we got the kitchen. Am I back? Am I back? Anyways. All right, that's enough of that. I don't want to lose this thing anymore. Probably going to lose it totally now.
Well, I guess I don't know how far you are from, you know, Miami Beach, like South Beach, but if you want to hang out sometime, you know, smoke a blunt and shoot the shit on the sand, you know, I'm down to hang out, bro.
Bro, call me whenever you want, bro. I'll DM you my number. We can hang. I'm literally 20 minutes from you.
All right, perfect, man. Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah. And if you ever want to come through, whatever, either way, whatever, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
All right, we got to wrap things up.
It's
I appreciate
2 hours
all the
in Miami
bro
traffic,
bros.
by the way.
Yeah, right. Well, not on a scooter. Not on a fucking
You don't even
scooter,
know.
bro. The scooters are key. Shout out to D&B. Much love. What up, Techage? Thanks. The blue guy. Techage, thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Ohad, so dope. Said, I think, to the website. Robert, thank you so much for tuning in, man. It means a lot to see you in the chat. Definitely want to get your ass on the podcast. Morton, Matt D, much love. Crypto Flash, thanks for stopping by. Let's see, I want to make sure I get everybody here. Sultan Crypto in the chat, much love. Smart Digital Payments, definitely shout out to Smart Digital Payments. Go check them out. Just Google Smart Digital Payments and look for the owl. Look for the owl. PC boy, how goes it? I hope you're having a day. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Go to beanbirds.com, and on Twitter, it's beanbirds NFT on Twitter. Do you have like a Telegram on your website that people can join? I actually forgot to look for that earlier.
Are you talking about mine?
Yeah, do you have like a Telegram that anybody can join?
We got Discord, so if anybody wants to join.
That's what it is. All right.
Yeah, you go to the website, you click on the link, or you go to the Twitter, which is Beanbirds NFTs, or you can go to my own Twitter account, which is @mentallyhyp. That's mentally hip, because I've been mostly a mentalist and a hypnotist for most of my life, doing magic and hypnosis, as we talked about.
Oh, you should try to hypnotize me on a live stream. Hypnotize me on a live stream. I want to see if I cluck like a chicken. Let's fucking go.
I'll do it at your place. I'd rather do it in person than do it over the phone.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
You could be a lazy lion for real.
I'm totally in. I would totally do it.
Happy birthday to SDP Bobcat says. Shout out to Bobcat. Happy birthday, SDP. All right, bros, we're going to go. Love y'all. Have a day.
Love you. Bye.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.